Aloha, everybody. I'm Elise, and this is Kaleo Qing, and we're happy that you could join us today for this installment of Spiraling Dragon Qigong. So we hope you enjoy this practice with us, and we want to give a big thanks to Rossmore TV for hosting us.
Aloha, everybody. So nice to be with you here. It feels like Ohana family. Today we'll start off with a brief review of what we've already done, but also we'll add more depth to the practices.
Great. So if you could find your Qigong posture, either standing if you're able, or if you feel like sitting today, that's also an option. And we're going to begin with the practice of shimmering Qigong. So just let your whole body vibrate. And when you're doing this shimmering Qigong practice, one of the things you're doing is helping to relax your body. When your body is relaxed, the qi can flow more smoothly. So you also want to relax your breath and take some nice, full, but easy and natural breaths, breathing down into your belly. The breath carries qi, carries energy, and nourishes your body not only with fresh oxygen, but with fresh energy. And the exhalation releases what's not needed. Releases carbon dioxide, but also stagnant energy from the body. And then just pause and feel your Qigong posture. So your feet are hips or shoulders width apart. And all your joints are lined. Your bones are stacked. Your joints are relaxed. Now bring your awareness to your intention. Where the mind goes, the energy follows. Where the energy goes, the blood follows. That's an ancient adage in Chinese medicine. Where the mind goes, the qi follows. Where the qi goes, the blood follows. So that the entire body is nourished by your intention with fresh energy, fresh blood flowing. And now remember some of the points that we've learned. Remember pericardium 8 point in the heart of the palm? This point for transmitting, for receiving, for feeling energy. We use this point a lot in Qigong. And then also bring your awareness to the kidney 1 point beneath the soles of your feet, between the balls of your feet. And feel yourself balanced over these kidney 1 points in each foot. The kidney 1 points receiving fresh energy from earth and releasing what's not needed. And then we also learned about the 3 dantians. So the energy centers of the mind. You can bring your finger pads to the 3rd eye point, the mid-eyebrow point, called the yin tang, for calming and centering your mind, for balancing your right and left brain, your imagination, and your thinking rational brain. And then bring your hand down over your heart, over your sternum bone in front of your heart. You might feel as you hold your hand here, it brings a deep breath into this area, benefiting your heart and lungs, and then the exhalation relaxes and releases this area. This is called Conception Vessel 17, or the Sea of Tranquility, for calming anxiety of the heart and bringing tranquility into your body and being. And then you can bring your hands down just beneath your navel over Conception Vessel 6 point, or Sea of Qi. this place of creative potential. Your physical or your metaphorical womb of energy, and this storehouse of energy where you collect the energy at the end of your Qigong practice. So when you're standing here in your Zhangzhuang posture, you want your mind, your heart, and your body aligned. So you can feel that axis of energy coming from the heavens down through the crown of your head, straight through the core of your body, and out through the perineum and into the earth. And you are balanced around this axis. And now we're going to engage the practice that we've learned before of Earth Qigong. So very simple, but very profound. In this practice of Earth Qigong, it helps you to get grounded and centered and connect deeply with the energies of Earth. So on the inhalation, all your joints melt and relax and you sink. And on the exhalation, your joints expand and you extend your roots of energy down into the earth. Your branches of energy up into the heavens at the same time. So inhale, and I'm exaggerating, shrinking and sinking, flexing and connecting. On the exhale, expanding and sending your energy in both directions, up and down. Inhale, sink. Exhale, extend. And then let your movements, your external movements, become more subtle, and your internal movements take over until you find yourself deeply connected with the energy of earth, but also open to the energy of heavens at the same time. So this is Earth Qigong. This is a very good place from which to start any Qigong practice. Standing in Zhangzhuang like a tree, and then engaging the Earth Qigong practice. And now Kaleo is going to show you some special points in the hands and feet.
So, aloha everybody. These are called the Jingwell points, Jingwell and Bashi. Jingwell points are at the end of all the fingers. This is where the meridians begin and also end. So, for instance, this is the lung meridian, the ending in the lung meridian. The large intestine meridian starts here. The pericardium meridian ends here. The triple warmer meridians, or your endocrine system, begins here. The heart meridian ends here. And the small intestine meridian begins here. And it ends here by the ear. So those are the Jingwell points. The Bashi points are here in the little webbing between your fingers. Bashi. This is where a lot of the energy gets stuck. So what we're going to do is we're going to be releasing the energy, but increasing the vitality and the blood flow into your hands. This is excellent for arthritis, for cramps in the fingers, and also for contractions, for atrophy in the fingers and hands. So these points are very important. You have the same points on the feet, on the toes, at the tip of the toes, but also in the webbing of the feet. Those are called the Ba Feng points. On the tip of the toes are the kidneys. The kidney meridian begins under the sole of the foot, but it also you can also say starts here on this toe because it crosses over. So you have the kidney, the bladder, the liver, the gallbladder, the stomach, spleen, pancreas, that goes down into your feet, but also come up. Okay? So if you massage these points, what you're going to do is bring energy and blood into the fingers and the toes. It's excellent for the circulation of qi and blood. Okay, so one thing you can do is just massage the tip like this. Remember, this is where the meridian begins and ends. When you're massaging, and I'm massaging the pericardium 9, what I'm actually doing is I'm working on the pericardium of the heart. Okay? Triple warmer, heart, small intestine. The lung, if I'm massaging here, lung 11, I'm actually working on lung 1, which goes right into the lungs. Very good for any issue, respiratory issue. Okay, so you want to massage, or you can snap it on both hands. You can also do that with your feet. You can also do that with the Ba Shi points and the Ba Feng points on the feet. Right in the webbing, you can massage. Okay. See watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to massage it like this, and then I feel the energy building up here, and then I'm just going to pull it out and remove it. Okay. So do that, yeah. You could do this 2 or 3 times a day if you want to, and you will notice a difference in your hands, how they breathe, they come alive, your hand and feet. And now Elise is going to continue with you in doing the openers.
So those places that Kaleo showed you on your hands and your feet are really important during these opening practices and spiraling Dragon Qigong. So let's work with some of those feet points right now with doing the foot loops. So find your standing meditation posture, feel yourself centered and grounded. Inhale and sink, exhale, extend so you feel connected to earth. Then shift your weight more to one foot and just begin drawing a figure of 8 with the heel of the other foot. So very casually, it doesn't need to be exact figure of 8. What you're doing is you're opening up all the joints between the 26 bones of that foot. But you're also you're rolling over the toes and you're getting those Jing Well points in the toes, and you're opening those Ba Shi points and the webbings between the toes. So really getting a lot of not only musculoskeletal benefit to your foot, but also energetic benefit. So this is really good for loosening up your joints in your foot, also your ankle, your knee, and your hip. So then just draw circles one way with that heel and circles the other way. And then shift your weight back to center and notice how different that leg feels all the way down to the tips of your toes from that exercise. So shift your weight to that foot now, and let's do the figure of 8s with the other foot. So you're getting an opening between all the joints of that foot, helping the joints to breathe, helping the foot to relax, making circles with that heel, opening the ankle, the knee, and the hip at the same time, and then circles the other way. Good. So that was for the feet and ankles especially. Now we're going to do circles with the knees. So have your fingers, your thumbs and your middle fingers right above your knees, and then make circles. So you may remember where we have our thumbs on the spleen 10 point in the inner above the knee, and the stomach 34 point outside. So circles one way, circles the other way. Out, back, front, in, front, out, back. Remembering to breathe. Good, and then stand up. And then just let your hips begin making figure of eights. So it's like you're drawing a figure of eight with the points of your hips here. And in your hip is this ball and socket joint, where the head of the femur fits into what's called the acetabulum. Ball and socket, big ball and socket joint. And here you're opening it up. You're feeling the ball rolling around in the socket, lubricating that joint, and also lubricating your whole sacroiliac joint and back. So helping your hips and your whole pelvic girdle. Rolling one way, and then you can make figure of eights the other way. So back, side, front, back, side, front, back, side, front, back, side, front. So your hips and your sacrum feel open. And now begin to let that figure of eight movement travel up your spine. Feel it traveling up your lower spine, your lower back, between your kidneys. Feel the figure of eight movement traveling up your vertebrae into the middle back, your thoracic spine. Feeling the figure eight traveling up your spine, up to the base of your neck, and then traveling up your neck or your cervical spine. Feeling figure eights moving up all the way to the top of your head until you feel like your chin is drawing figure of eights. Open up the top of your neck where your head rests. Good. And then so we got the feet, the ankles, the knees, the hips, the spine. Now we're going to go for the shoulders. So making shoulder circles, coming back, up, front, down, back, up, front, down, back, up, front, down. Feeling the movement traveling through your shoulders, down your arms, and out through your fingertips. And then the other way, front, up, back, down, making circles the other way. So the joints in your arms are flexing, and as they come down, extending. Flexing as they come up and extending. Flexing and extending. And now let's make figure of eights with your shoulders. So one shoulder comes back, up, front and around, and then the other shoulder. Back, up, front and around. Back, up, front and around. Feels like you're swimming. Back, up, front and around. Back, up, front and around. And then the other way. Front, up, back, down. Front, up, back, down. Letting the movement come all the way up and then down and out through your fingers. And then feel how this movement of figure of eights in your shoulders just moves into lion pose with chi ball. And when you do this practice, you might want to step a little bit wider with your feet, so you feel even more grounded and centered for this practice, which involves a little bit more movement over your feet and through your legs and hips. And just letting yourself play with that ball of energy, feeling the connection between those pericardium 8 points in the hearts of the palms of your hands as you play with your ball of energy. And feel those kidney 1 points in the soles of your feet, connected to the earth, opening and closing, opening and closing as you do this practice. And realize when you're doing lion plays with chi ball in your own time, in your own way, you can experiment with your chi ball. You can stretch it out. You can condense it, make it really small and compact. So when you're doing lion plays with ball, really have fun with this practice. Okay? And then for now, let's just pause and come back in to where your feet are hips distance apart. And now we're going to do the spinal pumps. So just let yourself swing a little, rock back and forth. Let your arms be loose. And feel yourself like you're swinging on a swing and you're going higher and higher. And as long as your shoulders feel comfortable with this, let your arms come up overhead and then let yourself come up on the balls of your feet and pump up and down, up and down. So your pericardium 8 points are coming open and your kidney 1 points are pumping. You're bringing vibrations all the way up from your feet into your legs and hips and spine into your bones. Very good for the bones of your body. When you're raising your arms overhead, this helps your cardiovascular system. Helps to get the blood flowing, the breath moving. Good, and you don't have to do this hard, just lightly, just gentle taps up and down. And pause. And for this last practice that we'll do with the openers today, it's another form of pumping. And you're going to be tapping a couple of acupressure points that are really beneficial. One is beneath the knees, right beside the shin bones. It's called stomach 36, really good for energy. Another is the top of the shoulders. It's called bladder 21, good for grounding, good for shoulder tension, good for releasing negativity. And then we're going to be tapping the kidneys and back, right above your waistline. So in this pumping, you're going to do the same thing we did. You're going to rock. Let your sacrum pump you. And then tapping stomach 36, kidneys, tops of the shoulders, gallbladder 21. Legs, kidneys, shoulders. Shins, kidneys, shoulders. So let your sacrum pump you. Remember about this one, you want to keep your back with its natural curves. So you want to let your sacrum point out behind you and pump. Let your sacrum do the work. Tapping your shins, your kidneys, the tops of your shoulders. Good. And then relax and rest and feel your entire body vibrating with energy. And now Kaleo is going to show you more about these points and practices.
Aloha, everybody. So just to go over some of these points, just remember, very, very important, kidney 1 on the bottom of your feet, on the soles, between the balls in the feet, is kidney 1 is extremely important because you are doing this. Kidney 1 is like pericardium 8. It opens and it absorbs and it transmits and releases. So when you're pumping, the way Elise showed you, kidney 1 is doing this. So you are absorbing chi from Mother Earth. and then you're releasing old stagnant chi. This is what's happening at your feet. Okay? At the same time, the Jing Well points and the Bashi points on the toes, the Baofeng points in the webbing are doing this. So you're working the Jing Well points and the Baofeng points on the toes. So the feet are really moving and opening. The joints are opening. And the energy from the earth is just coming up into your body and filling you. So that's kidney 1. Gallbladder 21 up here is very good to release the shoulders and the neck. So what you can do is you can massage it like this. You can go back and forth, across, circles, massage. And look what's happening to my arm, my left arm, when I'm massaging. You're going to notice that it starts to release. My left shoulder, you see how it's releasing? It's relaxing. Just follow me. You can do this too, yeah? Very simple. Circles, side to side, back and forth, tap. And then compare the shoulders. You see, the left shoulder is very, very relaxed. It's open. And so what I feel is a lot of blood, a lot of energy, nutrients just flowing into my fingers, into the Jing Well point. Okay? That was just by massaging. So you can do this with for yourself, yeah? Or with your partner. One thing that's really good about this, tapping gallbladder 21, is you're going to notice that the lungs vibrate. They go like this. Every time you tap, you're sending energy into the lungs, and you are wakening up the lungs. Another thing that you're doing is that you are grounding yourself. Yeah, do this once. And you'll feel the energy just shoot down through your body into the earth. You're grounding yourself. And it's very important to be grounded. Okay? So don't live in the head all the time. Ground into the body. Feel. And that way you will notice that you will notice a presence in life. You will be present. Okay? So this is a way to drop into the body, from the head into the body, into the earth. And I'm lifting, I'm working kidney 1, Jing Well points, the Baofeng points. So it's about grounding and being present in your body. It's about integrating the mind, the heart, and the body. So then there's stomach 36. Elise showed you where that is. It's right here. It's between the tibia and the fibula on the top. And if you tap it like this, you'll notice a lot of energy just shooting through your legs. So this is really good for circulation of blood and qi into your legs. It's excellent for just stimulating energy throughout the whole body. But it's also excellent, because it's stomach 36, for any gastrointestinal issues. Stomach 36. It's also excellent for the knees. If someone comes to me and has knee issues, that's definitely one of the points I'm going to be working on, stomach 36, to open the knees. so that you can move forward in life. Okay, very important. And then there's, we have the kidneys right here in the back. This is how you massage the kidneys. Up and down, you can do side to side, you can do circles to massage the kidneys. On top of the kidneys sit the adrenal glands. So when you're working the kidneys like this, you're working the adrenals, adrenaline. So you will have much more energy in your body, but also it'll help your immune system. The kidneys are extremely important. They're the batteries of the body. You want to keep them alive and well and functioning, and massaging them does that. Okay? Or when you do this and you tap them, that does it too. Okay? Remember when you're doing that, yeah, the head is over the shoulders, tap, stomach 36, kidneys, okay? Just remember, the back is straight, so you don't put pressure on the vertebrae. Keep the back straight. You're moving from the hips and the knees, okay? That's the pump. Good, and now what we're doing is spleen 12. This is spleen 12 right here, right in the groin area. So place your hands there. And if you just press them in slightly, I'm pressing in with the finger pads and the palms, because this is the feminine. The feminine listens, observes. The masculine, the tips, are more about doing. It's about having the agenda and working. We're not doing, we're working with the feminine now. So when our hands like this, it's more about observing and listening and embracing. So we are holding, listening to spleen 12. This is where the femoral artery is. If you leave your hands there long enough, you will begin to feel and hear the pulsation of the femoral artery. This artery is powerful. It pumps the blood down to your feet. This is a very powerful artery. A lot of blood moves through the femoral artery, through the legs, into the feet. Okay? So when you're doing things like this, what you're doing is you're pumping, opening and closing, spleen 12, to really pump qi, blood, oxygen, nutrients into the feet and through the body. That's spleen 12, very important. So what we'll do now is, let me also mention that with spleen 12, any issues with this area, the abdomen, groin, menstrual issues, this is a very important point to hold. Okay? So follow me, yeah? We're going to do this. We're going to do the lion plays with ball. Now, yeah, watch my hands and my fingers. I'm opening up the joints of my fingers, and I feel the Jingwell and the Bashi points being engaged. The Jingwell points are the tips of the fingers. The Bashi points are in the webbing. Okay, Jingwa Bashi points are being engaged. Lion plays with ball. Now watch my hips. Spleen 12, right here in the groin, is pumping. So energy from the earth is being pumped up into my body, but also blood through the femoral artery is being pumped down into my feet. With this movement, you're also working the nervous system. Yeah, the entire nervous system in the body is being engaged. What you're doing is you're also pumping the lymphatic system. There's a lot of lymph in this area. You're pumping the lymphatic system so that the body cleanses. You're also pumping the respiratory system. You're going to notice that the diaphragms are pumping. And your lungs start being engaged. You're pumping the meridian systems, the liver, meridian, the kidney meridian, the lung meridian. Okay, so up here, this is lung 1. And below lung 1 is spleen 20. So there's 2 points here that are very, very important. This is like the spleen 12 down here. Spleen 12 and the femoral artery pumping. This are pumps for the arms. So lung 1 and spleen 20 helps to open the gate and pump the blood into the brachial artery so that blood goes into your arms and hands. So lung 1, spleen 20, spleen 12. They're pumps. So when you follow me, feel how you're pumping spleen 12, lung 1, spleen 20, and you'll feel the blood and the energy moving into your arms and down into your legs. Circulation. And if you observe, my feet, kidney 1 on both feet are pumping, and so it's helping the energy and the blood to flow. This is about circulation. Okay, so we're doing this, and the ball changes. It gets larger, becomes a disc shape. When you're doing this, what you want to feel is your arm is coming up, and when it comes up like this, the shoulders open up, the elbows open up, the wrists open up, and all the joints in the hands, all the joints open up, and then they close. Open and close. And when you're doing that, what you're doing is pumping synovial fluid into the joints, and this lubricates the joints of your fingers and hands. Right here, fingers, hands, wrists, elbows, shoulders, rib cage being lubricated with synovial fluid. Okay? slipped away. Just follow along. Yeah. See, it's like this. It's the flow, like water flowing and ebbing water. Because we are 75% water. Now what we'll do is we'll just go into Mahina. It's Mahina. This is the moon. Okay? So feel your shoulders opening. Shoulders, elbow, wrists. The joints in your fingers opening, being lubricated. Feel lung 1 and spleen 20 in your shoulders nest right here, pumping energy and blood into your arms. Feel spleen 12 here, right here in the groin area, pumping chi and blood into the legs. Feel kidney 1 absorbing and pumping energy from Mother Earth up through you, and reach for the sky, reach for the heavens. Mahina. And then we'll do this. I'm opening every finger and joint. Think of the Jingwell points in the fingers, the Bashi points in the webbing of the hands, but also the Jingwell and the Ba Feng points in the feet. Everything is breathing. This is excellent if you have atrophy in the hands, in the feet, if there's contractions, cramps, if you have arthritis in the feet and the hands, this is excellent. Moving the chi and the blood. And then we'll do this way. Reversing the motion. Every finger. Remember, every finger is where the meridian goes, yeah? You're moving small intestine, the heart, meridians, the pericardium, triple warmer, the lung, the large intestine meridians in the hands, and in the feet, there's the kidney bladder, there's the liver gallbladder, and the stomach, spleen, pancreas, meridians. So everything is pumping, the meridians are pumping, the Jingwell points are opening and closing, the Bashi points, everything is breathing and being lubricated. You are lubricating the joints of your fingers like this. Okay, now we'll do this. You see my stance? I'm very stable because I'm about hips or shoulders distance apart. Very stable. Okay? Just follow. Every finger. Opening the Jingwell and Bashi points in the fingers. Opening the Jingwell and Ba Feng points in the toes and the feet. Pericardium 8 in the heart of the palms. Kidney 1 in the heart of the sole of the feet are engaging and breathing. Your whole body breathing and engaging. And now we'll hold the cauldron. And in this cauldron are the gifts of your center. In Hawaii, we call it the aloha, the love. Deep within you is the love, the aloha. This is the cauldron, you're holding it. And you can feel the connection between pericardium 8 and the center of the Lord Ajahn, or the womb. There is a connection between the palms and the center of the Lord Ajahn, your womb. And then we'll do this, and we'll pump. I'm pumping my hands, but also my feet. Pumping. Pumping. Coming forward. Into the ground. Into the Lord Ajahn, or the womb. Into the heart. Into the mind. And this is your gift. Your gift to the world. The love inside of you. Your wisdom. Again, pump with feet and palms. Your gift. The gift that you share to the world. And now we return to the Lord Ajahn. And we center. So when you breathe, breathe down into the belly, into the center. And you feel your core and the strength of your core. And you feel the wisdom in your body and in your being. And you feel the aloha, the love. Mahalo ke akua maloa, aloha no.
Thanks so much, everybody, for joining us for Spiraling Dragon Qigong. If you'd like to find out more about Qigong and what else we offer, you can go to our website, www.kaleoqing.com. It tells about our books, and also there are some free Qigong videos that you can practice along with us.
Yes, mahalo for being here. If there's any questions that you have, you can reach us through our website. Just email us. Again, mahalo for being here. It was such a pleasure for us to be with you. It feels like we're Qigong Ohana, we're family. Mahalo ke aku maloa, aloha no.